My name's Elizabeth Swain. First of all, I was an actor. I then became a teacher, and then I became a director, pretty much in that order. And now I do all three. And Shakespeare is something I love. Is my focus for teaching is Shakespeare, my main focus. Miss Flint, who was my high school teacher, inspired a love and a passion for Shakespeare in all of her students, and it really stuck with me. She made us read a certain person called Bertram Joseph, which was very advanced. He was a Shakespeare scholar, and his books are still available. And we read them in high school, and I met him when I was doing a play in Seattle. I was a little ingenue and I was introduced to him, and I couldn't believe I was meeting the Bert Joseph, and he was preening. He thought this was very funny that I knew him. And he said, well, who made you read me? And I said, well, I went to King Edward's. And he said, Miss Flint. So there was this sort of tie-in with the two of them. So the two of them inspired me. While I was in Seattle, Bert Joseph asked me if I'd like to work on text with him. And every day, once the show that I was in was opened, I would meet him for 4, 5, 6 hours, and we'd do text. And his book is still available, Acting Shakespeare. And it was one of the first. He preceded John Barton in the idea that rhetoric is useful to the actor. It isn't this dark mystery. It's actually a very active and wonderful thing. And he demystified it. And I hope to do the same thing in my work. The stories make you think about things. I mean, I just directed Macca's and with students. And I mean, that story is incredible. This man who could have been something wonderful, and he ends up being this evil monster, and because he makes a fatal mistake. And once he's made that mistake, he's wrecked his whole life. And the students sort of got that, because I think we are all faced with points in our lives where we have to make a choice. And the wrong choice can doom us, as it does him. And I mean, I think that's the wonderful thing about Shakespeare. I mean, I'm sure it's true of all writers if I really thought about it, but Shakespeare, he poses characters who have to make big choices, and those choices are so interesting. So I think that it's made me think about choice in my life. It's also given me the gift of meeting so many young people. I feel bad for people that just go to the same office every day and meet the same people. I mean, I meet new people every time I put a class together, and I love that. You have to love to tell those stories, because I think if you don't go in to the play with a passion to tell those stories, you will be lost. But then you do have to have a love for language, but not talking heads. I mean, that's one of the dangers, of course, that it's a physical, visceral language, and you must embrace that, and not be timid. And I think in American actors, despite, when I first came here, American actors were always feeling that the British were better. And it's so not true, because I think American actors are not afraid of that vigor and that use of the language. And if they really go for it in a way that the British, talking very posh, are not quite as energized. And I mean, of course, English Shakespearean actors, the best Shakespearean actors are fabulous. But there are many fabulous American Shakespearean actors too. I like it because it's ironic and it makes sense for a person my age. When my love swears that he is made of truth, I do believe him, though I know he lies, that he might think me some untutored youth, unlearned in the world's false subtleties. Thus, vainly thinking that he thinks me young, although he knows my days are past the best, simply, I credit his false-speaking tongue. On both sides thus is simple truth suppressed. But wherefore says he not he is unjust? And wherefore say not I that I am old? Oh, love's best habit is in seeming trust. and age in love loves not to have years told. Therefore I lie with him, and he with me, and in our thoughts by lies we flattered be.